Winslow Homer was born in Boston to a reasonably prosperous family. His father worked as a hardware merchant, but his mother was a watercolorist, and I think that's where the influence on Winslow came. This painting here is called Three Boys on a Shore, and its date is significant. It's 1873. That is the date when we first come across any watercolors from Winslow Homer. In a sense, it's a colored drawing, but it's also sophisticated in the sense that it uses complementary colors. And this is the latest in French chemistry thinking about colors, the way pigments work with each other, blue and orange. By about 1880, it's clear that Winslow Homer was rather tired of New York and he wanted more grit, I think. And he came to England to find his grit. Mysteriously to us, perhaps, he headed northeast. He went up to the tiny village of Colourcoats, which is a fishing village about 10 miles east of Newcastle. And at Colourcoats, he seems to have finally fallen in love with the sea. The sea is this great, powerful entity. Suddenly, his watercolor technique develops. It's less delineated. The sky is a deep wash. This was a turning point for Winslow Homer. His period in England brought him new technical developments. He becomes a great watercolorist. In November of 1882, Winslow Homer went home. He went back to the States. And he moved up north to the north coast near Portland in Maine. And there he had a studio right on the beach. The year after, in 1884, he paints this great masterpiece, which is called The Lifeline. He brings his reporter's eye to this painting. This goes right back to his early days as a Civil War reporter, as it were. And he's chosen the moment of maximum impact. And it's the sea, you feel, that he's really interested in. This painting is called Coast in Winter, and it dates from 1892. And Homer has come a long way in a short time here. It's a very, almost geometric painting. But all is not quite what it seems. He has changed the painting, very crucially. There was once a figure here. You can just see the ghost of it. And what he's left, intriguingly, is the footsteps. So he's removed the figure, but left the hint. And that's typical of Homer, because he lets you fill in the story. And in a way, it's symbolic of what happened with Homer in these last years, because he transforms himself from storyteller, the journalist that he was as a youth, into a poet, really, the poet of the sea.